Hello, welcome back to some more week 4 coverage, round 4 of Dented Shield season 4. I get confused with weeks and rounds for this season because we're doing 2 weeks at a time, or 2 weeks to play around, and some of them have taken longer than that. But anyway, round 4, season 4. This is Bretonnians against Khemri. Dolph Longstride is in as part of the Geezas package. I think he might be in all of it actually. So these two teams are the top 2 in the league as we stand. Both have won 3 from 3 coming into this one. We saw the Bretonnians last week against my Underworld team. And yeah, we haven't seen the Khemri for I think since week 1 in this playlist. But we'll certainly see them now. And they are, of course, season 3 winners. Their opponents in that final was this coach, although they had a Chaos Dwarf team at the time. And the Bretonnians have set up in defence 3 linemen on the line of scrimmage, one of those with guard. There is we've got a blocker over here with strip ball, blitzer with movement 8 and dodge. This is another blocker with guard, so that's 3 altogether. I think, did they have a blocker missing the match, or is that this guy? Yeah, there's a blocker on the bench as well. While they're on defence, a dodge mighty blow blitzer, tackle strip ball blitzer, so 2 strip ball players on the team. Means carrying the ball and the Khemri throwers might be a good idea. That's a skeleton catching the kickoff on a casual 6 there. Dodge diving tackle blitzer over here, and this is the star player Dolph Longstride. So he has 4 not very high tariff skills. He's kind of quite useful in really certain situations. So he's a kicker, but it's up in the wide zone, so he couldn't use that for this. And maybe that would have been more useful. Maybe it wouldn't. Who knows? But yeah. So kick is one of the skills. Hail Mary pass is another, which is probably one of the least useful skills in the game, apart from really certain situations. So kick off, return, and pass block. So none of them are skills you think, oh yeah, I want that on a star player. There's no block or dodge or anything like that. But he has his uses. The main reason the Bretonnian coach wanted him is because he's an agility 4 player. And that really is a good skill all in itself. The Khemri, let's try and get those icons back up. There we go. So 2 throwers, one with no icons are good already. This one can't even click on, but I think he's got leader and aforementioned Hail Mary pass. This one has block and nerves of steel. 2 blitzers, both have a level now. So this one has frenzy. One over here has mighty blow. I don't think we've seen this team playing since both of those skills are picked up. 3 skeletons. We've got wrestle there, no level there, and this one is block. So the guy holding the ball has block. And the 4 Tomb Guardians, who are the main feature of the team. So no levels there. Guard on that one. Guard and a movement penalty on that one. Quite close to another level. And this one has mighty blow, piling on, and guard. So this is one of the highest casualty causers in the league. I think he was joint top with 2 other players on 3 going into this game. We did look it up. One of those other players with 3 is this blitzer, and the other one is one of my Skaven blitzers, but not the one you'd think. It's the tackle horns one, who had three casualties going into this game week. Leading off with some 2 Guardian blocks. Which frees up the 2 Guardian to move forwards because this is where they want to be blitzing. This is 2 dice into 1, so a bit risky. Could perhaps have done with another assist here to push in between for the second block, but gets him down on that second one, and that is straight away a quite big injury. So that's one of the Bretonnian blitzers, who are probably individually the best players on the pitch. And that's another injury straight away. So guard lineman as well. So both badly hurt. So both will be fine next game. But it's going to make this game a lot harder for the Bretonnians. I would have quite liked that lineman. I mean, I'd have knocked him down there because next turn he can just stand up and take another hit. There he's going to be free to move the rest of his movement. So I've left this side of the ball exposed, and there's a 2+ dodge away to get 1 dice on the ball. There's also a guard player here, I don't know how far can he reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go for it to get that assist in there as well. So it's 2+2+ for 2 dice on the ball. Has been left on. Could well have just retreated a bit. Hold the ball over here with this skeleton. I know he was, I think, standing here at the time, but going over here is the safer move. Do have the strip ball guy over here ready to pounce next turn, perhaps, if an attempt on the ball doesn't work. So that's to go for it to get the assist in, and then Dolphin Longstride has 2+ dodge. So no blocking skills, but it's 2 dice on the ball against a player without dodge. And that's another injury, so we've had 3 injuries already. Dolphar is out of the game. Oh no, it's not Dolphar, he made the block through the blocks. That's a niggling injury for that skeleton, the block one, and he's not regenerated. So they're down that player next match. A couple of go for it's as well there, so 4 dice rolls for the loner player, but didn't need a re-roll for any of them. This is a surf on here, but takes the both down for a wrestle blocker anyway. Blitz from the Tomb Guardian with a go for it. It's another knockdown. So trying to clear some space here around the ball to try and protect it, I think. Standing Tomb Guardians on it is going to make things tricky. That's a fair go for it though. Tomb Guardian's not even going there, so just setting up 2 dice there. Could have got that same assist just there with guard. Has gone round and left that Lyman march when he can stand up. And then just looking at trapping that blitzer in, so he's got 4+3+ to try and get away. And we'll see a pick up here, I think. Is made from that thrower. This looks fairly safe in here. We've got Dauntless on this blitzer, so I think that's a 3+ to make that 2 dice block on that Tomb Guardian, which has come off. I don't think they can get the ball carrier here, but they can blitz this guy. And yeah, follow up to lead the ball carrier marked by 2 Bretonnians. And there's a failed Dauntless there, which leaves him 2 dice uphill and a skull. So the Khemri here, they do have a box to play with to try and move both of these guys off the ball. So, but the Bretonnians have the corners covered quite well, because what you need to do is hit diagonally from either there or there to be able to chain push into the other player, and then hopefully knock one down, push the other one back. They don't really have any way of getting in there, because this guy in here means that's probably not going to happen. If they move this guy out the way, then you've got one. This isn't the movement 3, but it is the movement 3 one. 1, 2, 3. So that's 2 go for it for him to make that blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2 go for it. Yeah, so this is the one they could look at to do that with a knockdown into him, push him away, and then the ball carrier is free to move. That Tomb Guardian following up there means they can't do that. It's 2 go for it there. Using the blitz there. This is a surf on, so probably worthwhile. And that has taken that blocker out of the drive, so I think that's 3 removals now the Khemri have got. Yep. And a guard player out of the drive as well. They can only try and shift one of these players. Probably wisely choosing the strip ball guy, although the ball carrier has sure hand, so strip ball wouldn't work. And this is going to be quite a big ask for this blitzer to do anything about this. fact, it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite 3 dice. And that's another injury. So 3 injuries so far. Another badly hurt for the Bretonnians. But they're now down to 7 players on the drive. So Khemri doing what they're good at, really, and just grinding the team down, grinding their way down the pitch. Bretonnians being reduced to 1 dice blocks. Fend kept that blitzer pinned in there using a reroll though. Yeah, and that's not going to give him much else. Just 2 dice from Dolphar, but that's no knockdown. Don't know if they're saving the 2 dice uphill till last here. They've got that on, they might as well take it. Distract this blitzer a bit and just get a pushback. And keeps him marked still, so going mighty blow on him first, and that is a knockdown. And that's another injury, so that's the movement 8 dodge one. Apothecary's thrown at that, badly hurt, so yeah, been 2 blitzers down that have left this game being a very difficult prospect for the Bretonnians. A push there would have meant a surf being on that diagonal, but it took the knockdown. I didn't really have a choice, it was a knockdown anyway. Yeah, it's going in there for 2 dice. I think this Team Guardian may well be staying here just to keep that blitzer pinned. Ball can go forwards. And he's pretty safe there. That's it, the Bretonnians are getting at it. I do have a... Yeah, have a 3+ dodge here for 2 dice uphill with a strict ball player, which could be worth taking on. It's 3+ to there. 1 reroll left. Fails that dodge and doesn't spend the last reroll. Was going for the blitz there, so almost certainly on the ball. And yeah, with wrestle and strict ball, 2 dice uphill is a really good punt. This is a dangerous player for ball carriers, even protected ones. Another surf on here potentially, and chose a push over the knockdown to get that. For a knockout. So yeah, Khemri just dominating the physical game here, making it really hard for the Bretonnians to really do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 players. So yeah, locking up this area to move the ball into. I think they may be looking at this player. This guy could level. He's not far off, and they've been really slow leveling their blitzers, so grabbing a touchdown might be good going. Yeah, Team Guardian just watching that blitzer, and that's a pretty solid cage that they're not really getting into. And another removal puts them down to 4. Yeah, 4 players left for the Bretonnians, and 2 of them are prone. And one of them's Dolphar Longstride, who's not going to be a lot of help in this situation. This blitzer will try and escape. No, just laying there. It's Dolphar knocked down. And also injured, so down to 3 players. Yeah. And Dolphar's can't use the team's apothecaries anyway, but he's not in this game anymore. So breaking away the cage a bit, but that's still pretty solid. And just getting that 2 dice in there. Has to use wrestle. And then going for a pass to that frenzy blitzer, but that is inaccurate. That could well have scattered off the pitch and gone anywhere at that point. point. Handoff would be much safer. Don't get the star player point for that, of course. Splitzer is going to escape once more. Yeah, for the failed even with dodge there. So made the 4+ dodge, failed the 3+ with the reroll. Blizzard just grabs the ball off the floor, and runs it in. So 1-0 up after 7 turns. Leaves the Bretonnians two turns to level with, but they don't have a lot of players. So even if they get all their knockouts back, which wasn't many, they're going to be pretty short-handed. I think they had 3 on the bench, so 4 injuries. So both the knockouts didn't come back, which leaves them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players to try and score in 2 turns. So Khemri going right up here to try and make it difficult to get through. What I think they should be doing is having a few players back here, because the Bretonnians have got to do it in 2 turns, which means at the end of their next turn they have to be around somewhere around here. If you've got players over here, they can react to it, especially your quickest players, so your blitzers and throwers in the middle are going to be able to react to where the attack is. And then deal with it and hopefully stop them scoring. Here, as soon as they break through, they're going to outpace the Khemri, and they'll probably get away and score. They only need to make 1 hole. And their blitzers have catch. All they need is an accurate pass, and they're probably getting it. Touchback as well makes this even easier for the Bretonnians. Obviously, they're short on players, and I think I'd have gone as the Bretonnians. Just have the guard guy starting here. It means he can move after, or act after this block. So could then have knocked this guy over as well, so you don't have to use your blitz there. Yeah, because all this blocker did with his turn was move from where he started to somewhere he could have started anyway. So it could have saved an action to just start him in that spot. And then you could have had your 2 blocks, still have your blitz at this point. But this blitz is through, and they've played this really well anyway. Got this guy down here, and I think they probably need to make sure they watch this guy. Yeah, so 2 things there have let the Bretonnians in, and I don't think there's going to be a lot stopping them now. And the 2 things were setting up all along the line to just invite them to make a hole, and then the touchback. There's a death though, a peasant who has no star play points and has died. But that's another removal. So Bretonnians down to 6 players again. It's going to be 8 at the best. It's kind of a shame that go for it fell, because the skeleton had made a dodge. It's 1 dice on the ball with wrestle. 1 in 3 that the ball carrier would have gone down. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is a movement 8 blitz, so it doesn't need to roll. Risking they've got a re-roll, but risking a blitz with a mighty blow player probably worthwhile given how outnumbered they are. They need to try and even things up somehow, but that hasn't got removal. And this is 1-1 at half time, so that 2 turns to the Bretonnians, really good play, and gets them back in the game, keeps them in with a hope of it. But like I said, they're at best going to have 8 players for the second half. That is half time, so trying to get through to knockout rolls because they're the important thing. 5 injuries, including the star player, and a death. 1 of the knockouts back, so they're on 7, I think. Just 1 injury for the Khemri, and their knockout is back. Is that a blitzer? It's a blitzer. Yeah, he was knocked over here, wasn't he? It was this mighty blow guy. Yeah, so stepping back a bit now, which, and yeah, so all the Bretonnians can try and hit is Tomb Guardians plus whatever they can get with their blitz. Is a good sort of come at me stance from the Khemri, because what are they really going to do? They're a bit low on guard players. They've got 2 of them. And they can try and use Dauntless. I think is about all they've got. I could potentially do that with two Tomb Guardians. It looks like they've got 2 blitzers on the line, standing next to a guard guy. Quick snap. So he could alternatively just step back from here. They don't really seem to have anywhere to focus. There's another touchback from the Khemri. Which I can just give the ball to this guy. But yeah, another approach that Bretonnians could have taken is have a guard and a blitzer available to attack a wing. So they wouldn't be able to quick snap into these players. But having, yeah, like this guard guy, one of the blitzers set up, one of these, you pick your flank, get a guard in there, blitz the other guy, make a hole, and just go again like they did the last 2 turns, and try and repeat that. Because if they can go 2-1 up here, they give Khemri back like a long time, but they're probably going to at worst draw the game from that position. I've gone instead for trying to knock some Tomb Guardians over, which is no mean feat. But if you can get even 1 Tomb Guardian off the pitch, it can really make a difference. That was a fumbled pass. I don't know, is this guy about to level? Was that why they wanted that pass? Oh, he's on 2, so it would put him a touchdown away from levelling. But they're outnumbered by 3 players, as it's 4 players as it stands. It's not really the time for vanity passes when they could be using their speed advantage and their skillful players to make a hole and just go score as quick as possible. I think the probably more sensible play was just overload a wing and just go for it, get a second touchdown. As it is, that's pressure on the ball now after that pass. Not playing elves anymore. With your agility 4 everywhere. It is nice weather. I wondered if it was very sunny as well, but it's not that. So this is quite quickly. You got 3 groups of Bretonnians, although one of them's only 1 player, but all separated off from each other. There's sort of not really any mutual support, and this just looks like more removals coming because there's no way out for any of these. These 2 players are sort of free to go, try to do what they want, but all they're really doing is standing guard over the ball. It's having to rely on Dauntless to try and get some 2 dice blocks. Do have that blitz in there, so Khemri in danger of having overstretched themselves here. Needed that pick up really. I think, did they use a reroll on the Dauntless roll? I think I missed where it came from. Reroll Dauntless to get that initial 2 dice block. But yeah, if that was a pickup, could have just tried a pretty long pass. If the ball was down here, I don't think the Khemri would have got back for it. They do have this guy as a scoring threat now. It looks like they're coming back to mark him. So would have got 1 dice on him if he'd caught the ball there. That's the thrower there going up towards the ball, not going for the 6+ pickup. They're just going to, I think, try and stand as many players around the ball as they can. I've not used a blitz yet, and I only have the frenzy guys, so this could be quite a risky. That's 2 dice into 2 uphill. Grabs an injury though, so that's going to level that blitzer, the frenzy one, and I miss next game on that blocker. Blitzing from here would have been a bit. Where am I looking at? Here would have been a bit safer because you could go 2 dice into 1 if you push there. But yeah, if you were stuck with a pushback first time, that could have been bad. And Bretonnians, I think, just all they can really do here is just try and make it as difficult as possible to pick up the ball. I don't think they have a lot else. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Missed that skeleton before. No, that skeleton is not a Bretonnian, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There he is. So that is one more tackle zone to move. Khemri here probably be quite happy to bide their time. Remove more Bretonnians, you know. So another blocker out, another badly hurt. Looks like this will be the blitz. Block guy probably would have been the safer option there. But thrower can now go for the ball, gets it with sure hands and runs away that way. Three, 4, 5, 6. So 3 plus 2 plus for 1 dice with wrestle strip ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can assist as well. So it's 3 plus 2 plus for 2 dice on the ball basically. He's gone for that first. Looks like the blitzer will be making the blitz instead then. I suppose short, yeah, it's got short hands, so strip ball's not going to be much good, and it doesn't have block, so yeah, better option. Take the blitzer. And then picks up the ball. Because he's blitzed, he can't do anything with it. Mutual blockage there. So this guy just needs to stand up for 2 dice on that blocker. Can't really see what they've got on in terms of attacking the ball carrier. Yeah, this wrestle skeleton could be the one. It's probably the right choice. If this Team Guardian can reach 1, 2, 3, go for it. And then he's got it's just in there. So go with the wrestle guy, but only 1 dice. So yeah, could have got an assist in there. To make that 2, just that makes it a pushback. And there's 2 dice there for a push on the blocker. Team Guardian in to make that a difficult dodge out, so he's got 4 plus 3 plus if he wants to get away. But this guy's gone. Alan just punts it, yeah, just hoofs it away. Probably a good move. Khemri have got a long way to come back and get this ball, and only 4 turns. Throwers are both a long way up the pitch. Going to need to get them moving. They're their safest options, because they're almost certainly at this point going to need to throw the ball. That's a knockout, so use piling on a knockout. I suppose hadn't used Mighty Blows, so was a decent chance, but roll 7 again, so it's still a knockout. But 1 lower, that guy would still have been on the pitch. A dodge from the thrower, so desperately trying to get back and find this ball again. It's used the Hail Mary pass one as well, which it'd be interesting to see if that's how they get it up there. And it may need something like that, because they might be beyond the sort of range where you can just chuck a pass. But yeah, really good play from the Bretonnian coach to somehow manage to get that ball and just get it up the other end of the pitch. Yeah, it makes this very difficult for the Khemri, because this should have been, with the way the second half started, it should have been an easy win for the Khemri, with the amount of player difference and stuff like that. So that's just a pushback. But it's blitzing to go get nearer the ball. So next turn they'll be able to make a pick-up attempt. One way or the other. I think the thrower can do for him. Thrower needs to go for it. This blitzer could just try on a 4. That's a dodge done there, so he's blitzing here on 1 dice. And it's just a pushback, so the blitzer would need to dodge as well. Maybe blitz out if they can get the. No, he won't need to dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can still get the ball. But yeah, this is making it, using their mobility here, that where they're obviously quicker than the Khemri, to just make this harder still. And actually is probably more likely to score from this position than the Khemri are. This is really good stuff. Making all the risks they need to just hoof the ball up here and then chase it, using their speed advantage. Looks like that guy's getting blitzed though. But Khemri are not picking up the ball this turn. Gets the power when they need it there though, with on that block dodge player, and then just stand on the ball. Getting a stun there is pretty big, because it means this guy is now on his own and probably can't do a lot here. It's 1 dice, and would have to dodge first, and it's 4+ if he wants to dodge anywhere. There's still some stuff going on here. Really, all the game is here, but there's still some blocks and stuff happening. Probably want to look at marking this guy. They're going to need one of their agility 2 players free, which is basically anyone but a 2 guardian, for where they're going to chuck the ball. This guy's in scoring range, and so is this blitzer. But yeah, grouping people together could be good for a Hail Mary pass or for an inaccurate pass. A Hail Mary or an inaccurate pass has 49 possible squares it can land in, so if you cover those with as many players as possible, it gives you more chance of catching the ball. And that is a foul dodge down there. Looks like he was going to go for blitz on this guy. But yeah, needed a 4+ dodge because of the position of that skeleton. That was good to go for it to force them into that. And now the Khemri have the ball back. So really swingy couple of turns where this game could really have gone either way. But hits an accurate 6+ pass. And drops a catch even with a reroll. So yeah, needed a 6 to get that pass on target. But yeah, great place to aim it, because if that ball's scattered from there with an inaccurate pass, still plenty of chances to catch that. But yeah, Khemri have 4+ to score, with a reroll either from team reroll or sure hands, because they've got a thrower up there. This guy was trying to dodge to make that a bit more difficult. But yeah, it's whether they want a blitzer or thrower to score at this point. Or that skeleton. Okay, so skeleton needed 4+, 2+, and with only 1 team reroll. So if he'd failed the catch, the pickup, and needed the reroll there, he probably would have fallen over on the line. So risky, but I don't know if that guy was maybe had a level available. I've got a feeling he was on 13 points actually. So looked at team development for choice of scorer there. Decided that was the right one and put it in for 2-1. That is the end. So MVP going to that blitzer who'd levelled anyway, but it's a good player for an MVP to land on. Similarly with the blitzer on the Bretonnians, no level, but yeah, good place for it to go, because he's now 2 points off another one. Movement 8 and dodge. Yeah, they could look at expanding his speed a bit and go for sprint or sure feet to make him even quicker. But yeah, dangerous player this. But yeah, something like tackle could make him more dangerous to the other team. Yeah, lots of ways you can go really. But yeah, turn into a good player, turn into a good team. Yeah, massively outnumbered on blocks. You kind of expect that from Khemri with the Tomb Guardians, but also the number of Bretonnians who are on the pitch for most of it. This game is much closer than it should have been, considering the numbers. The Bretonnian coach did really well with that. And not a lot of star player points, just that one guy scoring and getting MVP. Dolph Longstride doesn't count. But yeah, a whole heap of players. This is the Mighty Blow piling on Tomb Guardian, who I said was tied level with three casualties before the game. He picked up 3 in that as well. So yeah, he's up to 6 and almost certainly out on his own in that as well. We could look at that leaders list. Not great deal to see. Quite a lot of dice being thrown. That sort of instinctively is quite a lot of dice. They made loads of dodges though, and hit about the numbers. They're 3+ dodges, 67%. Got what they should from that. And Khemri, yeah, consider rolling sort of fewer dice. That's because they weren't really dodging. They'd be great 3 dodges actually, which would all have been 4+ rolls, and they all came off. There you go. That's how it can work. So there we are. That's the 3 games we've had so far this week. We've just got Norse against Lizardmen to go. Other game we've had is Undead against the other Bretonnian team. That ended 2-1. We saw that game went up. No, that one went up yesterday. And that is where we are up to so far. So the Khemri team, who won last season, now at 4 wins out of 4, and looking quite unstoppable for retaining their title as we go. I've dropped down to 4th after this team beat me. They leapfrogged above. 2-1-1. I'm 2-0-1. I have Undead next, so again they could jump above me. And these two still to play this week, so could. I think it looks like they're going to be 6 and 7, 5 away. Yeah, because they won't overtake the Undead. It'd be the first win of the season for whoever wins that, or another tie. Yeah, so I don't think if I got time this week or whenever they play, I might see if we can cover that. But next week's fixtures, the next round, looks like this, which is Necromantic against Bretonnian, Khemri against Norse, Underworld against Undead, Lizardmen against Bretonnians. Let's have a look at. I'm interested to see now that Tomb Guardian top of the star player points list. Just ahead of that, well, a little bit way ahead of that werewolf, but quite a few. No, in fact, only 2 Khemri players in the top 10. But out on his own with 6, and that's the Frenzy Blitzer as well, who's picked up 2 in that game, because these 3 players were all on 3 before that. The top scorers too. I usually share this at the end of every round. But yeah, that's 2 Khemri players up near the top there. This is one of my linemen. It's my only one in the top 10. But I've not been scoring that many touchdowns, especially the last 2 weeks. But that's our game again. We'll be back. Hopefully try and cover the Undead Lizardmen game. Norse Lizardmen game. But it depends when that's played and what my schedule looks like. But either way, we'll be back with more when it happens.